Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, blessings, and mercy of God be upon you. In Islam, we have a fundamental principle that is basically the foundation of Islam, which is called Tawheed. Tawheed is a word that has a lot of meaning that very few understand. Even myself, I need to learn. But to me, Tawheed is the calling to one God, the realization that there is only one God, and the realization that only this one God is suitable or qualified to lead and guide humanity in the direction that it should go in. When someone spends their time on unproductive things like television, music, socializing, entertainment, they wind up in unproductive places. The people who are making money in today's world, the people who are successful in today's world, the people who are profiting off of other people's lack of productivity, are people who spend their time and they utilize their time to gain knowledge, to gain resources, to learn their trade, to establish whatever it is that they are doing. They don't spend their time watching television, music, and socializing unnecessarily. Socializing for them is always about networking business. Humanity's rejection of truth and the guidance of this one God has led it into destruction. And hopefully, as the truth is revealed and as the light, the veil is pulled back from the eyes and hearts of humanity, they begin to realize that this is the case. That we have chosen another way besides the way of our Creator, and we have led ourselves into destruction. The men who revert and the women who revert to this religion, this is the reality that they come to when they find this mercy, this deen called Islam. And I'm not talking about the Islam that is promoted and propagated on Fox News by those people who say they are Jews but are not Jews. I'm talking about Islam in the context that it was taught by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and by the context that it was followed by his companions and the rightly guided people after him. Today, within all the religions, you have good people and you have bad people. Just like in society, you have good people and you have bad people. Criminals and people who obey the law. The criminals are usually left in disaster, problems with their families, problems in society, problems with employment, problems with this, problems with that. And the people who are not criminals, who obey the law and they do what they're supposed to do, they're usually productive members of society. Man has been given so many different parables and so many different ways to see the mercies of God, to see the example, to see the truth. God is the best at planning. He's the best at guiding. There is no God but Him. This is something that we understand as Muslims. It says in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqallah. Hey, O you who believe, fear God. Fear God the way He deserves to be feared. And do not die as anything other than a Muslim, someone who surrenders to God, someone who believes in God without partnering things with God, like people, money, systems of government, other books besides his. He doesn't want association with these things because these things are not befitting to be associated with him. He is exalted over ignorance and delusion. 98 to 99% of today's world live their life, breathe, and revolve around a thing that's not real. Money. Money is an illusion. A man in today's world is rich if he has $1 billion in cash. But if you take this man to the desert, that $1 billion in cash is not worth anything. He can't drink it, he can't eat it. What's he going to do with it besides start a fire or try to bury himself under it to keep him warm? Nothing. Inshallah, the people and humanity will wake up eventually and see that they've been manipulated and brainwashed and profited off of by manipulators who seek to lead man away from the straight path, just as the one that they follow, whether knowingly or unknowingly, and turn to what is beneficial, turn to what is good. Anytime a human being does something against that is not beneficial or unproductive, they suffer the consequence for that. You can see it all throughout humanity today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.